It's Badminton World, the show that brings you all things badminton. In this episode, we bring you up close and personal with China, the undisputed powerhouse in the badminton world. Plus a winning combination, the power of love complements the power of play. Welcome to another episode of Badminton World. The year 2013 is the year of the snake. It is meant for steady progress through attention to detail, something that China is known for as they continue their dominance in the world of badminton. This month, Country in Focus takes you on a journey behind the Great Wall of China, while our player profile section features a double specialist who formed a combination that created history in the London Olympics. Lin Dan, Chen Jin, Chen Long, Du Pengyu, Wang Zhengming, and the list goes on. Since China emerged from behind the Great Wall in 1981 to join the International Badminton Federation, the forerunner of BWF, they've become virtually invincible.
I think because they have many people to choose, and I think their program is very good. For the coaches and those their discipline, those things is very good.
Producing a galaxy of stars, players of world-class stature on all categories appears second nature to them, merely lending credence to the belief that China were the uncrowned kings of badminton in the 60s.
Badminton started in the early 50s, then after the 1960s, the actual development of badminton in China started. Badminton in China actually has a long history starting from way back in 1940s until now. It is a very long history. The badminton history originally started from the Fujian province, Hunan, Guangdong, and from Zhejiang province as well. But it is only from 1960 onwards that badminton started developing fully and became what it is currently.
It's not a secret that they have great knowledge about the sports. They have lots of players. They have a high quantity of players, and that makes it easy for them in the very beginning, right, to select.
China's never-ending supply of talent is not a surprise considering its population. But China's ascent also has its roots in Indonesia. Ever since they emerged from behind the Great Wall to lift the Thomas Cup in 1982, much of China's success was due to a small group of Indonesian-born Chinese. The most prominent is Tang Xianhu. Born on March 13, 1942 in Teluk Betung, Lampung in the south of Sumatra, a young Tang fell in love with badminton as a way to escape school and gain glory. Tang, whose name means immortal tiger, became one of the finest junior players in Indonesia.
I have always liked badminton even when I was very young. When I became an athlete, I achieved a lot of great results until I reached a certain age. After that, I decided to stop playing.
Tang, who trained under Wang Wenjiao and Chen Fushou in the 50s and 60s, has gone back and forth from Indonesia to China and back to Indonesia as they sought to gain from his Midas touch. As a player, Tang, unbeaten at national level for 12 years, found fitness a crucial component in badminton. Tang flourished within a system of training that built strength and speed, being faster, fitter, and was prepared to train harder than anyone on the team. Tang went on to coach China's women's team and produce top players. In 1986, Tang decided to return to Indonesia to coach his country of birth.
After I became a coach, I helped to produce a lot of great players, and I also helped produce a lot of champions as well. With the skills and knowledge that I have, I hope to teach and guide the younger generation of players as well.
For the next 12 years, the man named Fuad Nurhadi in Indonesia helped to produce top male players before returning to Fuzhou, China to coach the provincial team and later the national team. In 2002, he took over as head coach for the men's doubles team, and two of his wards, Chai Yun and Fu Haifeng, emerged the best doubles pair China ever produced. In 2008, another of his protégés, Lin Dan, won the singles crown at the Beijing Olympic Games. In 2010, he was lured out of retirement to help China win the Thomas Cup.
Badminton. No sport comes close.
Badminton players, like any other athletes, tend to have pre-competition rituals and superstitions in order to get into the zone. So who does what? Let's take a look.
I have a certain superstition. Before any tournament, I will plan ahead what I will wear to each match. For this match, I will wear this color t-shirt or that color t-shirt, and I will not change the t-shirt or the color at the last minute.
Always when I go in court, before I go to say hi to the umpire and my opponent, I have to take a sip of my water, and I have to put my towel on top of my racket bag. And actually, if I play well in a tournament, I often go to the same places to eat again the day after, because I kind of feel like it brought me luck the day before. No, but I think I will use the same racket. If I win like the first match I won, then I will use the same racket for the following match.
They come from afar to master the game, so where is the best place to learn badminton? China, of course, plus an academy owned by a legend and run by another legend. Find out after the break, so stay tuned to Badminton World.
Hi, saya Lee Chong Wei, watching Badminton World.
One reason for the continuing superiority of Chinese badminton is the consistency in training their potential winners and champions. What is their secret of success?
When I started playing badminton, Coach Lee was starting out as a junior player. So, when Coach Lee became part of the Chinese management, badminton in China started to become greater and better. Intensive indoor training is introduced and imparted to players, concentrating on their weaknesses, both physical and mental.
Coaching methods are complemented by infrastructure. Well-equipped training centers are spread out even in the smallest localities of China as a result of government support.
这个秘诀原因是多方面的，一个是我们这个。
The most important thing is that from 1960s onward, China has the support from the government and the people.
集社会各方面力量一起来办某一个运动项目，这个办法呢是个非常。
Everyone was willing to lend a helping hand and shared ideas on how to develop this sport.
40-50年的羽毛球发展史过来了，积累了很深厚的。
So, from 1960s onwards, that is almost 50 years of experience.
本身也还具备很丰富的、人员这个教练队伍。
China is able to learn and from there produce a lot of good players and coaches.
所以说，能够造成羽毛球人才辈出的这个过程。
The promising talents are quickly identified by a group of talent scouts and inducted into the system at a very early age, thereby providing them world-class training right from their budding years, maximizing their success later. In the 90s, a new approach was used: flat clears, smash and net. The potential players all had to be excellent athletes, having to clock times like track runners. Above all, the emerging talents had mental strength, as Danish shuttler Hans-Kristian can testify.
I think the mental ability is really, really good. Like every time they're in any kind of problems, they just keep playing the game that they know they're very good at and they used to be playing. So even when they're under pressure, they believe in themselves, like they are confident that they can win.
China's strength in numbers means other nations have to play catch up. Having a large pool of shuttlers to choose from is essential behind their superiority. If one falls by the wayside, others are ready to make the step up.
I think that comes from the fierce competition there is in China, because they have so many good players. So they have to be mentally strong to make it through in China.
For the rest of the world, in particular Europe, they are resigned to the fact that China is virtually invincible.
It has been so for the last many years, actually. Maybe a few years back when Jensen Martin and Lars and Jonas also played, we had 3 Danish men's doubles in top 10, but we didn't really, at that time we didn't challenge for the big titles. Maybe we were semi-final or quarter-final. Of course, it's badminton in general is dominated by the Asian countries, with China leading.
The present scenario poses a challenge for nations like Indonesia and Malaysia, as well as emerging countries such as Japan and Thailand to raise their standards.
Having strong players that can teach the younger ones is really, really important, and that's why I think that China will still be a dominant factor in badminton. But hopefully other nations can challenge, because it's more fun watching China against some other country than two Chinese players playing each other.
The biggest difference between China and the rest of the world is probably they start developing athletes at a younger age.
I think that in China they start training a lot harder when they are very young. I know that some of them go to kind of sports schools, and that's not possible in Denmark until you are maybe 15 or 16 years old.
In terms of participation, badminton is probably the #1 sport in the country, hence the need to keep on producing champions.
我刚刚讲过，就是我们积累了很多羽毛球的训练方面的理论，就包括就是对于训练。
China's specialty is the 50 years of experience that we gain from the training sessions.
等于是我们从最小层，在小学时候，在小学
From the tournaments that we took part in,
学校里训练，再大一点的时候呢，这样
input from coaches and from many discussions on badminton.
那岁数再大一点呢，进入到省队。 像广东队啊、福建队啊，
So, throughout the 50 years of development of badminton in China that we have acquired, we have the knowledge to groom the next champion.
这点应该是我们中国的特色。
With badminton enjoying support as part of the national agenda, China will continue to hog the limelight.
Because the Chinese government is very concerned, that's why the development of badminton is much greater than many countries.
Today, many aspiring shuttlers pitch their tents in China. They can be found honing their skills at the Liyongbo Badminton Academy located at Dongguan in Guangdong Province. The academy also serves as a national team training base, with retired players becoming teachers there.
The Betweens is inspiring that there are many players which are on the very high level, and in Czech there are just few in senior category that I can practicing with and try to improve my level up. So that's the reason why I came here to play with Chinese.
They come from as far as Africa, like Tusodomondongo from Botswana.
I've learned quite a lot. We've had a very good coach, and there are 3 coaches now. I've learned basic technique skills, I've learned footwork, I've learned match play, controlling the match, and probably improving for winning.
Precision play, accuracy and mental strength are associated with Chinese shuttlers. Cupids too are seldom off target. There seems to be something about top-class badminton that sparks romance. The close-knit atmosphere in training camps certainly encourages romantic notions among teammates. In the past, romantic couples in the team included Sun Jun and Ge Fei, and the much-publicized romance between 2 world champions Lin Dan and Se Xingfang. Now Zhang Nan and Qiao Yunlei appear to be the latest badminton couple in the world scene, a scene where Malaysia's #1 Lee Chong-wei can appreciate.
They are a good couple, plus they were the mixed doubles partner. I think, as they say, they are strong because the love they have for each other. I always see them together and really think they make a good couple. And as a couple, they are the Olympic champions, world champions, and at that time, world #1.
Romance off-court can certainly help the chemistry on-court. Very few knew Chong-wei entertained thoughts of partnering his girlfriend and now wife, Wong Mu-Chu, in the mixed doubles category.
At one time, I thought of partnering her in the mixed doubles when she was still active in badminton. But now, it's not possible because she has long retired. Not long ago, the Chinese Badminton Association wanted to organize a friendly tournament with me and Miu Chu against Lin Dan and Se Xingfang. However, there were too many tournaments last year, but maybe something can be arranged this year. A fun thing for all the Chinese badminton fans.
For all the China fans and badminton fans.
Normal, even in Malaysia also, there are a few couples also, because we meet every day in the court, so it's very normal to be couple from the same sport.
Badminton. No sport comes close.
Coming up on Badminton World, getting a gold medal at the Olympics was not the only history these lovebirds created. The highs and the lows of the Korean and Malaysian Open, plus all the latest rankings, so stay tuned to Badminton World.
大家好，我是中国羽毛球队的张楠，请大家观看 Badminton World。
The Victor Korea Open in Seoul in January goes to the annals of world badminton for a variety of reasons. World number 7 Sung Ji-hyun gave the home fans a memorable start to the year, clinching her first Super Series triumph by beating defending titleist Wang Shixian of China 21-12, 22-20. The daughter of Korea's most famous badminton couple, Sung Han-kuk and Kim Yoon-ja, she became only the third Korean lady to win on home ground since the Korea Open was inaugurated in 1991. In the men's singles final, world number 1 Lee Chong-wei exacted revenge for his year-ending loss to Du Pengyu in the BWF Superseries finals in Shenzhen, overwhelming the promising Chinese 21-12, 21-15 in 42 minutes. It was a great closing day for the hosts as the Koreans won both finals in which they appeared. The pair of Ko Sung-hyun and Lee Yong-dae setting the stage for Sung with a good win in men's doubles. It was Ko and Lee's second Super Series title as the men's doubles pair, beating Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen of Denmark 19-21, 21-13 and 21-10. In the mixed doubles final, Olympic champions and lovebirds Zhang Nan and Xiao Yunlei extended their head-to-head record over compatriots Zhu Chen and Ma Jin to 12-2. Zhu and Ma won the first game comfortably, but by the third game, Zhu looked exhausted and unable to move and made some uncharacteristic errors. Chang and Qiu wrapped it up 13-21, 21-16 and 21-13, but not before the drama of changing rackets mid-rally when their strings broke. Qiu grabbed a racket not only for herself but her partner, as they were involved in an intense round of smashing that led to both players breaking strings in the same rally. In the women's doubles, world number 1 pair Yu Yang and Wang Xiaoli overcame compatriots Ma Jin and Tang Jinhua 21-17, 21-13. A week later, the focus shifted to Kuala Lumpur for the Maybank Malaysia Badminton Open. While Chong Wei slayed his all-Indonesian rival Sonny Dwi Kuchoro 21-7, 21-8 to win his record 9th title, Taufik Hidayat, winner in 2000, conceded a walkover in the second round to local lad Liu Darren, citing injury. It was really not a final Malaysian Open appearance Taufik had hoped for. But there was no mistaking the Malaysian Open is the favourite playground for the local hero Chong Wei, who wrapped up the final in just 32 minutes. Danish pair Joachim Fischer-Nielsen and Christina Peterson bagged the mixed doubles, much to the disappointment of the home crowd, who had been rooting for local pair Chan Peng-soon and Goh Liu Ying. Fischer-Nielsen and Peterson won 21-13, 21-18. In men's doubles, newly formed Indonesian pair Muhammad Ahsan and Hendra Setiawan upset form books with a stunning display to beat Korean Open winner Ko Sun-hyun and Lee Yong-dae 21-15, 21-13. The women's singles title went to Taiwanese youngster Tai Zhu-ying, who showed maturity beyond her age in dispatching China's Yao Shui 21-17, 21-14. China, who decided not to send their best team, did not return home empty-handed, as women's pair Bao Yizin and Qian Qing proved too powerful for Japan's Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi 21-16, 21-14 in the doubles final. And so, following an intense 2 weeks of great badminton, let's take a peek at the world rankings so far. Out of the top 10 in the men's singles is double Olympic champion Lin Dan, who is ranked 14th after missing out in the action in January, whereas Chong Wei remains firmly on top of the men's singles, having won the Victor Korea Open and the Maybank Malaysian Badminton Open in a space of a week. Along with Chong Wei, the top 5 in the men's singles are Chen Long, Du Pengyu, Sonny Dwi Kunchoro and Chen Jin. It's a similar story in the women's singles, with Liu Zhuri of China topping the charts, but closely followed by India's Saina Nehwal and China's Wang Yihan. Following her victory in the Korea Open, Sung Ji-hyun is now number 5. Completing the top 5 at number 4 is Germany's Julian Schenk. There's no change in the men's doubles top 2, with Danish pair Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen at the top, and Malaysian pair Koo Ken Kiet and Tan Boon Hyung at number 2. However, Hiroyuki Endo and Kenichi Hayakawa of Japan dropped to number 4, to be replaced by Ko Sun-hyun and Lee Yong-dae from Korea at number 3. Up-and-coming pair from China, Hong Wei and Shen Ye, also dropped 1 place to 5th. In the women's doubles, Tian Qing and Chow Yun-lei are world number 1, followed by Wang Tiao-li and Yu Yang. Camilla Ritter-Yule and Christina Peterson climbed 1 place to 3rd, while Bao Yi-sin and Cheong Chen-sin dropped to number 4. In the mixed doubles, there's no change in the top 3, with China's Tu Chen and Ma Jin remaining on top, with Indonesian pair Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir at number 2, followed by Chan Peng Sun and Goh Liu Ying of Malaysia at number 3. Zhang Nan and Chow Yun-lei dropped to number 5, while Joachim Fischer-Nielsen and Christina Peterson dropped 2 places to number 4. For more information, you can visit the BWF official website.
Badminton. No sport comes close.
At the end of the mixed doubles gold medal contest in last year's London Olympics, a jubilant Zhang Nan threw his golden-coloured shoes into the crowd. He was not only celebrating China's first goal en route to a clean sweep of all categories, he had just created history. Zhang Nan and Chow Yun-lei became the first boyfriend and girlfriend duo to win the Olympic gold medals together. As they stepped hand-in-hand onto the highest podium on August 3, 2012, after defeating compatriots Su Chen and Ma Jian, it was the climax of a love story that was first exposed to the public when they hugged and kissed after winning the Japan Superseries in 2010. They have since then been on top of the world rankings and in 2011 became China's first known couple to win a world title on the same podium, also in Wembley Arena. Born in 1990, Zhang picked up the game for a reason.
I started badminton at the age of 9 to train my body because I was not a strong kid. That's why I took up badminton.
Zhang is 4 years younger than Chow. The couple is a study in contrast. While Zhang is an introvert, Chow is quite outgoing and dominant on the badminton court. Their power of love, allied with the power of play, courtcraft and footwork, enable them to storm to the final of the Olympics and fulfill their ultimate dream of the Olympic champion.
He's an excellent player. I mean, I think it's more them as a couple that are really good with this partner, and when you see them play, it's difficult to find a way you can beat them if you play them, because they're so solid and so consistent and so sharp in everything they do.
Some are beginning to describe Zhang Nan as a doubles specialist in the mold of Korean legend Park Ju-bong.
I think he could be. He hasn't got any weaknesses, so I think he has the potential.
Christensen's doubles partner, Julie Howman, is also an admirer of Zhang Nan's work ethics.
Because he's a very complete player. He's very strong, but he's also very good on the court by moving on the court, and he's also a little bit clever than the other Chinese, I think.
When he's not jumping or leaping on court, Zhang Nan keeps his feet on the ground, as rivals can testify.
He is very nice, friendly, not at all arrogant, even though he's an Olympic champion, a very down-to-earth person.
So what's so different about Zhang Nan that makes him a special shuttler?
His mixed doubles really, really good. I mean, on his day, I don't think there's many people that can beat him. So I mean, it's something to look to play towards. But I mean, I don't know whether any of European will ever play the same style or be able to do the things he can. But he is a very good player.
So we asked Zhang Nan himself, what does it take to be a good doubles expert?
Non-stop daily training. If you are gifted and with daily training, you will improve very fast.
But it remains to be seen if Zhang Nan's partnership with Lover Chow is retained or his combination with Tan Jinghua is on a permanent basis. Zhang and Tang lost to the Indonesian pair Praveen Jordan and Vita Marisa in the Malaysia Open quarterfinals.
I'm still getting used to the new pairing that the management has arranged, but I feel good about it.
Irrespective of whom his partner is, Zhang Nan is ambitious. To him and the rest of his compatriots, the sky's the limit.
For 2013, my main target is the Sudirman Cup and the World Championships.
Badminton. No sport comes close.
A dramatic start to the year 2013 is a sign of things to come for an action-packed season. So let's take a look at the upcoming events. The 2013 European Mixed Team Championship will take place on February 12th to 17th, followed by the prestigious Yonex All England Badminton Championships from 5th to 10th March, and the Asiata Cup 2013 Group Stage from 21st to 24th of March. For more information, visit BWF's official website. That's all the time we have for you this month, with the exception of the month's selected Super Series moments. Don't forget, if you have a favorite Super Series moment of your own, send it over to badmintonworld@totalsportsasia.com. And as we say goodbye, never forget that Badminton World will be back with more badminton news. So it's farewell for now from Badminton World. It's the world we know.